Plans. Alright. Hello everyone, my name is Amanda Centeno, and I'm here to talk to you about why fairy tales are important for young children. Alright, so let's start with how fairy tales are young. I'm going to give you the huge details between the good and the bad of fairy tales. We tell our siblings, children, and our kids about Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy and every other tales that are made up so that they can have an imagination. Why do we do that? It's because we want our future little ones to think of the impossible and to have hope into something that they believe in. And we should also tell them such as tales so that we can work on to creating their dreams and their goals. And the first thing I'm going to talk to you about is why do we tell our little ones fairy tales? Well, they boost children's imaginations and cultural literacy. According to Scottish book Trust, a child's imagination is a powerful, unique thing. It's not only used to make up stories and games, it's a key factor in their creative thoughts and can define the type of education they want to go into and the type of career they will be working into. Fairy tales often include how their personality will be created, whether they're good, happy, sad, upset, angry. To know who they are, they teach us who they are and they will become how they will live their lives in the near future as they are born. Fairy tales teaches us a child's right from wrong. Without imagination, we will know and feel wrong when doing wrong. For example, stealing. We think of stealing on a daily basis, but we don't do it. Others do. For another example, we do the right things like feeding the homeless and telling stories to orphans. Other people don't. Now, let's discuss what will happen without fairy tales in our life. Without telling our children about fairy tales, what would they end up believing in, right? According to Bustle, they might seem like a harmless fable in the kind of stories that this is easy. But think about this. Fairy tales define who we are, and without definition of what we are, we will do the reckless thing like driving and texting. Without fairy tales, who are we supposed to know that there's a bad person, like a villain, or a good person, like a hero? We would not be able to tell those type of stories or storytelling when it comes to our children. After talking about what would happen, let's talk about why fairy tales are the highlight creating a childrenhood. According to imagination, soap reading, writing, and learning, fairy tales shows kids how to handle problems. Fairy tales help us connect with our lives, with one another, and how to treat one another. Fairy tales teach us lessons and basic yes or no's so we can create memories and live in our own creation. Now that you know the good and the bad, let me end this with a good scenario. Without being said, without fairy tales, we would not be able to define from right and wrong. We would not be able to create our own imagination, to create our personality, what makes us unique in every single way. We won't be able to define the ups and downs when it comes to expressing our future for our little ones and ourselves as we grow into adults. So, let's talk about fairy tales. Let's express the good, not the bad, not the Grimm Brothers version, but the Disney version. But let's not let our little ones believe that we need someone to help us throughout the way. We need to create our own help, our own ups and downs, so that we can learn from our rights and our wrongs. I hope this actually helped you, persuade you in telling fairy tales along the way as we create little ones in our future, or we help little ones, as of the homeless and the orphans. Thank you.